are invincible, undeniable, and two-time Super Bowl champions. Welcome to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast, where we talk about our favorite fucking team, the Kansas City Chiefs. I am Golden Jay, and with me is count them, 1, 2, 3-time podcast favorite, the one, the only, Chico Noise. And then we have the Chief. Yeah. And one. He's a one-time podcasting favorite. There you go. People love the Chief. Everybody talks about the Chief.
Chiefs.
All of our tens of viewers. How does that go again, Chico?
Tens of viewers. Yeah.
Tens of tens, yeah.
Well, I think we were up to, last I looked, I think I sent you a print screen of it. 68 or 69 followers, something like that.
We're getting there. Everybody, thank you for checking us out. And for those who religiously watch us, we appreciate it. I know that this weekend, while I was at the wedding, I got a chance to talk to Trevor, who is an avid listener. So shout out to Trevor. He got his bottle of Crown Royal Chiefs Edition that we found for him on the second trip to Kansas City. And I threw in a couple Bud Light cans in a Bud Light bottle for him for his collection.
Very nice.
He was total repping at the wedding, socks, ring, belt. Yeah. So, yeah. Nice job, Trevor.
Good job. Good job, Trevor.
He's coming over on November 20th to hang out with me and watch the game. So,
yeah, if he didn't work such
Awesome.
weird hours, we could possibly get him on the show. But
yeah,
he's a second shifter, so he likes to listen to the show while he's working. So,
By the
Okay.
way, I might have a special guest next week. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Someone that will be really, really fun. And he's an avid Chiefs fan. I'll tell you that.
you did say he.
He and she, actually, potentially.
Uh-oh. You get a duo.
Yeah. Kansas City natives. Not even in my family.
No, well, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're. I've been talking to them on Facebook. They're just trying to check their schedules for Monday or Tuesday. So
Right on.
I will let you know, and I'm going to keep it a surprise. But everyone out there who listens to this podcast, if you listen to it on, just audio only, the next one you might want to listen to audio and then switch over to YouTube.
All right. Is it the Hunt family?
I really wish it was, but it's someone near and dear to a lot of Chiefs fans. So I'll put it that way.
All right.
If you've ever tailgated at Arrowhead, the past 15, 20 years, you'll probably recognize the person and the vehicle. But yeah, I'm hoping to get them on next week, at the latest the week after.
Right on. Sounds good.
So really looking forward to that.
All right. Well, let us know.
He owns a second house, Jeremy, right next to his house. And the only thing that's in it is Chiefs memorabilia.
Really?
An entire house. That's it.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Neither do I, because I'm jealous.
Can you talk him into just going and filming and then sending us a video of everything he has in that house?
Yeah, I'll ask him to do it from the house.
Right on. Sounds good.
But anyway, I forgot to tell you that, so I figured I'd throw it out there in the opening.
Oh, great. I'm going to have to call Travis Kelce and tell him he can't come next week, and he'll just have to wait.
Oh, but man, the Chiefs, man.
Let's talk about last weekend's game, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers, and what is supposed to be rated the best defense
in the
NFL.
And a rematch of Super Bowl 54.
Yep. All right. So let me start off. Okay. So as you well know, me and Chico, we're in Monticello for the entire weekend, hanging out for my daughter's wedding, Montana. She finally got married.
Congratulations, by the way.
Why, thank you. I'm proud. I'm happy for her. yes, I might have been quite emotional during the ceremony, and that really doesn't do well for the officiant, but I might have had to pause in the middle just to kind of catch my composure, but we made it through.
Stop
I do
crying, you
want
big
to
crybaby.
I do want to put out that once again, Colton, it wasn't my guest list. I'm sorry you weren't invited. He truly is an honorary Colton. So if you listen to the call guys on Monday, he might have been a little upset, and
A little salty.
he might have been a little salty he wasn't invited. And I apologize to Colton that he wasn't there. If I would have been in charge of the guest list, he would have been on my invite list. So
Along with Travis Kelsey, I bet.
yeah, with Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes, I would have sent those invites. I am a little miffed at the whole nursing home comment there, Chico. Yeah,
What does it mean?
I heard you. I heard you say it. Watch out, Dad. I'm going to take over this interview. You can go back to the nursing home.
Yeah, my exact words.
Oh, was I paraphrasing what Colton said?
Yeah.
And Colton is
Classic.
wrong. How I Met Your Mother is a great show. So let's just end that right there. And How I Met Your Mother is an amazing show. It's almost legend. Wait for it. Dairy. But yeah, so we got homes on Sunday, and man, we were wiped out, and we were watching the end of the Green Bay game, and probably one of the coolest endings you could ask for. Even though they lost, they really gave it that final effort. When the ball comes back, it gets bounced around and it ends back up in Rodgers' hand. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" Rodgers has the ball again. Could he have went back to the line of scrimmage and thrown the ball from there?
No,
Not after all that.
They were past the line of scrimmage. You can no longer do a forward pass.
Even if he backed up.
No,
I wasn't sure of that rule.
If you cross the line, you can't go back.
That's what she said. Anyway, so the Chiefs game starts, and man, like I said, I am just wiped out. I'm just kind of sitting there, and San Francisco wheels out their brand new shiny toy. They got him all buffed up and looking. Let's feed him the ball. Let's feed him the ball. And the beginning of the game, that's all you heard about.
McCaffrey.
Exactly. And Kansas City looked like teenage boys who got their first J.C. Penney catalog and found the lingerie section and was all standing there with this dumbfounded look on their face, like, "Ooh, it's McCaffrey. It's McCaffrey. Look at McCaffrey." And then once they finished whatever they were doing, then they decided to come and play a little football. But yeah, they thought they looked like teenage boys with the J.C. Penney catalog.
I don't know. It's almost like they want to spot teams' points just to not make them look bad. I don't get it. I don't know how many games this season we spotted 7, 10, 17 points.
I don't know.
It's just like Andy Reid in his mind over there scheming. Let's give him a false sense of security and let him relax, and then we're just gonna fucking tear him up. I mean,
but to be honest, I mean, I don't mind it. I get a little frustrated at first, but spot them 14 points and then let us go. It's like they get fired up at that point.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And they go back out and play some major. I mean, they played an amazing.
Yeah.
What? 3/4 of that game. I mean, that first quarter was absolutely horrible, but
well, like I told you, I don't mind them spotting the points because I go right onto my BetMGM app and take the Chiefs with 7 points or just straight out win. And man, I'm happy about it. To be honest.
What do you think, Chico? What do you think about all that?
Hey, you do you.
No, it's not the betting stuff. No, I'm not even.
Oh yeah, Phil, you do you.
That shit boggles my mind.
What, the
I can't even
McCaffrey
wrap my
thing?
head around it.
Yeah.
Just in general, the opening of the game.
Basically, yeah, the first quarter was crap.
It was. I told the Emperor that earlier. First quarter was just like, oh great, it's gonna be one of those games, and then it just 180. So, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I thought after the first quarter, that's the Chiefs were used to seeing, but like I said, man, it's like this. We want to spot them points. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I think it has to be something with the offensive, defensive coordinators kind of just sitting there and say, hey, let's figure them out and see what all the special stuff they're going to do. Then we're just going to shut it down and turn it on. I don't know.
Well, and that's exactly what they did. They wheeled out their shiny toy and they ran him, and he ran well. I mean, he did very well in that first quarter.
Agreed.
And then they just shut it off. And when they started turning it around and got up on top of them, then it's that old adage, once you get down, all you got to do is you're throwing. You get away from the patience of the running game.
But we didn't do that.
No. Well, no. I mean, if you look, once again, something else that really kind of maybe fuzzied my mind a little bit is they started Pachenko.
Yep.
We're going to start Pachenko. And he did like the first rush or whatever. I mean, the first handoff was to him. And then you didn't see him for a while. And then he came back.
Yeah.
He had to go. He only went 8 for 43 yards. But there was a couple of those that were really solid runs. I think that if they give him a little more time in there, I truly believe he's going to be their number one running back.
Yeah, I think they wanted to give him a chance, and I don't know why they're not using him like they do Clyde Edwards-Helaire, as a RPO, fake the handoff, get on into the flat. I don't know why they're not doing that with Pacheco, but there must be a reason. And I'm going to mention it now because I just thought of it. Mm-hmm. For the love of God.
Oh, here we go.
As much as I love Sky Moore and what I think he could do for the team, don't let him do kickoff returns. I mean, once, shame on you, or shame on me. Twice, you're out. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, gosh, I mean, we gave the ball over twice. I mean, in what the other one was on the 1 yard line, I think, that we gave it up.
It was down there. I think it was on the 10.
Something like that. And
yeah.
I was like, come on, let's stop killing ourselves. I don't think this guy is a punt returner.
No. Well, okay, let's bring it down just a little bit. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I think that they ought to use Sky Moore more as a wide receiver.
Yes.
And let Hardman do the punt returns. But okay, so that being said, I truly believe that ball got away. Not that he couldn't. I think the wind caught it, no. They kicked it. The way he kicked it was a funky way he kicked it, which in turn got to twist in the air, and that's why he missed it. Now, I mean,
now you should never try to catch a ball that is below your waist. That's 101. That's 101 when you're doing punt returns, kickoff returns, whatever. If it's below your waist, let it go. Let it go. Move out of the way.
And I won't disagree with you. I will bring this up, and it's something we kind of touched on last week. You're talking about a very young team and a lot of rookies who are out there playing. They're going to make mistakes. Sky Moore made another, punt return mistake. That doesn't mean you kill his confidence and completely pull him out. I mean, he makes mistakes. It happens.
I don't ever make mistakes.
I screwed that microphone on one time. I don't.
No, I hear
but I think they're not using Hardman because obviously they want to use him more in like what they used him for against the Niners and some of those jet sweeps. And I mean, Hardman had, and if you'd have told me this last week, I'd have laughed in your face. Hardman, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Good golly. Hey, congrats to him, man. That is well deserved.
I think that's his best game, right? 3
Yes.
touchdowns in one
Yep.
game, I believe.
Yep.
Because I think a couple podcasts earlier, I was bitching about Harmon, saying, "What the hell's this guy doing?"
I know. I mean,
Mhm.
it just didn't seem like they were clicking, but this week it just seemed like they had found it out. The same thing with Juju, the same thing with MBS.
Yeah, they tore it up.
This is if you look at this, so Juju went 7 for 124 yards. MBS went 3 for 111 yards, and Kelsey went 6 for 98 yards. That is 3. Well, I mean, obviously Travis Kelsey's a tight end, but he's almost their number 1 wide receiver. That's 3 receivers that were at over or right around 100 yards. I mean, that is an amazing game.
And I thought it was a class act towards when they took all the starters out, that they put Kelsey in so he can get his 2 yards for the 100. He didn't get it, but they took him back out after that play.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it in the next game or the game after. I'll guarantee he'll get that tie with Gronk for, what is it, 32 games? 32 games at 100 yards, I think is what they showed.
Yeah.
3,200 yard game.
I'm sure he's gonna shatter that.
Oh yeah. Oh, and definitely. He'll go past it before the end of the season. But
I might mention one thing, since we saw it on the screen. For the love of God, those announcers! I want to turn the TV off or the volume down. Sorry, not the TV off. I want to turn the volume down. I mean, they were up the 49ers' ass.
Oh yeah.
From the start all the way through halftime. Until halftime, I think they said, I think the Chiefs are winning. We should probably start talking about them a little bit more.
Yeah.
But for the love of God, how did you guys feel about them? I thought they were just up their ass.
Like I said at the beginning, that San Francisco wheeled out their shiny new toy, and that's all they wanted to talk about. And that is, it just kept getting old. I was too fucking tired to care, within that. I don't mind Greg Olson as a commentator, because he's a player and he's been there, and it was, of course, National Tight Ends Day, and I celebrated because I have a tight end, but that's that's a totally different kind of tight end. Oh, Phil, don't fall off your chair. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, they were definitely. It was like listening to the Niners broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean, even when like the Niners started losing, they're like, oh, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. The Chiefs are just kicking their ass.
Yeah,
come on, get it. They're gonna lose. Get on the Chiefs side finally, and they did. And then they wouldn't shut up about the Chiefs. But I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know what's up with some of these announcers. But anyway, I really like what you just said, though. This first 3 touchdown game, which Hartman was probably very proud of. I was happy to see it.
And he should be. Yeah, he should be very proud of it. He did an amazing job. Everything was on on the money with him. I mean, he only went 4 for 32, but
that's like Kelsey, the week before, what was it, Buffalo, where he had the 4 touchdowns and only 25 yards.
Yeah, that was against the Raiders.
Thank you. But
yeah, remember we were there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, who cares? You got the touchdowns. That's what matters. But it did seem to me, and maybe the number 1 defense brought it out in the Chiefs, that, MVS and Scanlon are starting to possibly get.
MVS and Scanlon are the same person.
Oh, shit. MVS and well, hell. You bastard. So,
I got to call you out on shit like that.
So I think MVS and now it's Yum. I almost did it again, you son of a bitch.
Juju. You want to talk about Juju?
and maybe it was a scheme that the 49ers were playing. I don't know. They were playing a lot of bump and run and zone, whatever. But it seemed like Patrick was in their head. He knew where they were going to be. Maybe they're finally getting it together. Against the number 1 defense in the NFL.
Yep.
I thought it was impressive. I'm used to Juju and MBS having, 10, 15 yard, 70 yard game at best, and here they both exceed 100 yards. They're both wide open at times, and they both made amazing catches against the defense at times.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe the timing's getting there.
That's
maybe,
well,
and time will tell. But
while we're talking about that, there's a reason that those guys are wide open, and that is that offensive line gave Mahomes all day long. And you could definitely see that they must have listened to our podcast last week. That they are definitely out there. Somebody was. They were definitely out there, blocking for Mahomes, giving him time in that pocket.
Yeah.
Once again, number one defense. That's what they repeated to us repeatedly in that broadcast. This is that San Francisco has the number one defense,
especially during the first and second quarter. I might add yet again, this game was refereed better than the past two, in my opinion. However, when they're hitting Mahomes, they're hitting him well after that ball's gone. Why isn't he getting the calls?
Well,
it's bull. It's bull.
Well, didn't they call roughing the passer on Garoppolo? Was it? I can't remember if it was Jones or Clark. I think it was Jones that had him in his clutches before the ball went out of his hands, and they called roughing the passer.
I know but again, it's bullshit. And you see Mahomes getting thrown to the ground well after the ball's gone.
Right.
Not a damn flag. Be fair about it. I will say it was a pretty well refereed game overall, compared to the previous,
two.
5.
Yeah.
No, 5. So I give them kudos for that. I think they called a pretty fair game. I'm just saying that, Mahomes is a quarterback as well. Protect them.
Right.
Give them the calls too. I think they're treating him like a Russell Wilson or a running quarterback. He's going to run, so I'm not going to call the penalty, but he's in the backfield throwing the freaking football, not running. Call it. So that was another observation.
Yeah, there was so many little things that threw me off during that game as far as some of the penalties he called, and there was several of them that were like back to back to back. And it's like, good God.
Yeah, but I just think it was a better refed game than the previous games. So that's
I agree. I agree.
Opinion.
I was pretty excited. I was
think
pretty excited.
Chico's agreeing, or he's being a bobblehead.
I'm agreeing.
Which I want my Kelsey bobblehead, you bastard.
It's already on my shelf. You're stuck without it. All right, Chico, give us your overtake of the game on Sunday. I'd like to hear what you saw and what we haven't talked about.
Well, I'm gonna say everything you guys already talked about. The first quarter was hard to watch. Not really hard to watch, just frustrating. Turned it around after that. Loved watching Juju and MVS run all over him. I felt like, I don't want to say McKinnon. I don't know. I thought maybe he would do better this week after what Phil had said last week. I don't know. I feel like it's every time Phil says something bad about McKinnon, he has a good week, and he was kind of quiet this week too. You didn't really see a whole lot of him. So, Mahomes looked great. Can't go wrong with him.
Mahomes went 25 for 34 for 423 yards.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, 1 interception. McKinnon went on rush, went 2 for 12, and on receiving went 2 for 36.
Which isn't bad. I mean, that's 2 18-yard catches. What was his long? His long was 34. So he had a 34-yard catch and a 4-yard or a 2-yard catch. I mean,
but
it's not.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you. I think McKinnon has these on-off days. I mean, yesterday or Sunday was kind of mediocre when it come to what he did. Although he did, I think that one long receiving one, he kind of broke it free.
Yeah,
was kind of exciting. Kind of got a little fire going. But
and I will say, Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a good game as well. He broke tackles. He ran the ball decent. He got, I don't know what his passing stats were, but
0 for 0. He was 0 for 1. He had 0 yards receiving.
But
But
yeah,
he did go 6 for 32 on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't use him a lot, but I just remember that one play where he broke out of 2 tackles or something like that, and I was like, I thought he was down.
Oh my
But
God, yeah, yeah. When he coughed it, when he spit it out of there, and they're like, "Wait, he's still going."
yeah, I was just saying that was some tough running. So give him some kudos.
What I am understanding though, the use of McKinnon in the backfield is that he is quite, and I know he took a penalty on one for a low block, but
Oh yeah, I forgot
they're
about that.
saying that they're using him a lot in the backfield more for like chipping and blocking and
But didn't they replay that and say that he was outside of the tight end box?
He was.
Yeah.
And that just, again, refs hate the Chiefs, so let's just flag them.
Well, that brings us up to my next thing. Speaking of hating the Chiefs, if you haven't heard, Frank Clark has been suspended for 2 games. Apparently, they saw how well he was playing against the 49ers and decided, yeah, now is a good time to go ahead and put that suspension into play, seeing as how this is still stuff from 2021.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting you bring that up because Willie Gay, right?
Yep.
He was out for 2 really important games, for breaking a vacuum and a screen door.
Yep.
Again, verbal abuse, whatever, he didn't. But anyway, then Bucker comes back and kicks a 61-yard or 62-yard field goal. Oh, well, let's give him a PED test.
Yeah.
Now, well, shit, the Chiefs are still doing good. How else do we fuck them? Well, you know what? Frank Clark, you're out the next 2 games. Well, you know what? We don't need him the next 2 games. I'm good with that. But it's just kind of odd, right? We're losing.
It seems really, really odd to me right at this moment that they're going to pull this suspension. And like we talked about on the phone earlier today, maybe it's because they decided this is the best time to fulfill this, with the Titans and the with the Jaguars.
Yeah. But like I said, you look at if you're just an outsider looking in, well, okay, we're gonna take this really good defensive guy. We're kicking him out for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
He comes back. Bucker comes back. Bucker kicks, a kick-ass field goal because he didn't want some 1-game wonder to hold the Chiefs record. And then immediately after the game, he gets a PED test. And now Frank Clark. I mean, from an outsider looking in, it looks a little fishy. But, again, the NFL is doing what they do. But I don't think that I'm aware of anyone else that has legal trouble, gun troubles, vacuum troubles, screen doors that need to be fixed.
I want to know what's going on with Adams and the cameraman. I haven't heard anything more about it.
Hold on, remind me about that. Oh yeah,
Or he pushed the cameraman during that Monday night game.
They said last I read was they were waiting to see what was going to happen with the KC misdemeanor or whatever charge, municipal charge. But either way, it's on camera. The NFL has every right to do something immediately. Forget what. I mean, these other things like, Willie Gay, there's a police report. No one has video on it.
Right.
There's video of this happening. I mean,
that could have been a poltergeist, man.
Yeah, you never know. We might have to bring this over to the call guys and talk about it.
Two-stop about that one.
Two-stop would probably be a little bit better, but
okay.
But it is on video, so now we can talk about that. Yeah. Colton, what's your feeling? Colton, what's your feeling on Devontae Adams pushing that cameraman on video? Was that video
edited,
exciting to you, or was it edited, or was what were your feelings after that particular video?
Yeah, but
anyway,
you can
call me at the fucking nursing home and let me know.
On a bright note, I am not aware of any other Chiefs that are in any type of legal trouble at this point.
Well, give it a minute.
Hold on. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
But yeah, it's whatever. Would I love Frank Clark to be playing the next 2 weeks? Yeah. I think the opponents we're playing that we have a pretty stout defensive sheesh, what am I trying to say? Backups are
We have depth. We
thank
got
you.
some good
Got
depth.
that depth.
That was a word I was searching for, and it got lost in the depths of my brain. You know, the fill-ins that we've had, even when Clark was out, when Willie Gay was on for 4 games. I mean, everyone balled out.
Hey, you know, Devontae Harris did an amazing job. But
And
you know,
who the hell's number 8?
Number 8, that's Carlos Dunlap.
Man, that guy, he's a beast. I mean, that's a big dude.
Yep,
I mean,
he's got a big wingspan. That's why they brought him in there, so he can reach up and start blocking some of those passes.
Man, he did a really good job yesterday. I mean, I hadn't paid enough attention to him, to be honest, until yesterday. I was like, man, this guy rocks. And I'm a Chiefs fan. I should know this, but I just yesterday I paid a lot of attention to him and how big the guy was. I mean, I don't know how tall he is or what he weighs, but damn, I would run. I would run very fast in my car, and he'd still catch me.
He's gonna catch up with you.
But I thought he. I don't know what his stats were on defense yesterday, but I paid a lot of attention to him because he was in on a lot of plays. So
he was 1 for 1 tackle and assist. So no sacks.
Yeah, but
let me see if I can see what his.
To me, when I was watching him yesterday, maybe it was just illusion, but it just seemed that he was causing chaos. Or maybe I was just amazed by his size. I don't know. He's just a big guy.
He is a big guy. Well, no, like I said, that was one of the reasons they went out and got him, was because of his size and that wingspan he's got. He's got big old hands. He likes to get them up there and block those passes. I'm sorry, I'm looking to see if there was anything actually on him as far as you know, his height and his wingspan.
Nice. But I don't know.
Anything. Oh wait, he's 6'6". There you go.
Oh my gosh.
6'6", 280.
Oh, and dude, I don't know if there's an ounce of fat on that guy.
No, there's definitely not, because he is a skinny 280. Let me tell you.
So and that brings me to the kind of to the defensive side of the ball. The first quarter, we kind of gave up a lot. Again, they were able to move the ball, run the ball, pass the ball. But man, once Spags put the pedal to the metal, that defense was just on. I mean, it was on. I mean, I was impressed.
Yes, very much so. You know who else I was excited to see? I was excited to see Marcus Kemp back.
I forgot about that.
He had been with Kansas City and kind of went down to the practice squad. I think he kind of played out in the NFL a little bit, but he's back. That one punt return or kick return, what it was, that he just blew that guy
downfield.
Yeah, he was bam, come out of nowhere, just laid that guy out. It's good to see Kemp back, and I hope that he can be a permanent fixture there. I don't know that he's, an all-time superstar. He's not, he's going to be no Travis Kelce as far as what he's making on the field, but he gives a special piece to the special teams, and he can catch the ball. We've seen it in the past, so it makes for a nice little depth chart, and it was just good to see him back, man. I was so excited.
You know what the most exciting part of that game was? When they
shot
pulled
afterward, the wind shot that you got to take after the.
No, we had more than one shot, but you're kicking ass in any game when all your starters on the offense go to the sidelines. I mean, I know fantasy players are like, "Fuck, he's on. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose that." But you know what? You know how exciting it is as a Chiefs fan to know that you're up so much. We're going to pull, all of our superstars out so they can just kick back and, playing Nintendo on the sidelines with their Microsoft tablets.
They're playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Hey, call up Derek Carr. Are they playing right now? No, not really. Yeah. Okay, call him up, see if he wants to be Mario.
But I don't know when that happens to me, I just get this jolly feeling of we just took care of business so much that we don't even need these guys in here. Let's just let other players get some experience,
Yeah.
Kind of like a preseason game. And it just makes me smile. I mean, I don't know why. It makes me smile when they take all the stars out and the game kind of slows down. But to me, I'm like, well, win.
Yeah.
Win. But it makes me smile every time that happens.
It's almost a better feeling that when you do that, when your team does that, and then the other team says, you know what, yeah, screw it, let's throw ours in too. And then you're just watching a bunch of second stringers play.
Did they do that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Purdy
yeah,
came in.
that's
and he was
right.
pretty good.
Yeah, they took out got off a hole.
He did definitely did not look good, but
he looked good in the first quarter, but once the defense ramped it up, yeah, he didn't look good. It was kind of, I mean, not exactly like the Super Bowl. I think we were down 17 points with in the third quarter, but hell, we were down 10 points in the first quarter, so it was kind of like getting that feeling if you're a Chiefs fan is like, shit, are we going to do the same thing we did in the Super Bowl?
Now, do you suppose that San Francisco realized that they shouldn't run down by the cameras again, the whole defense or whatever, and do the whole, let's pose for a picture here? You would think they would learn, but they had a tendency of doing that again in that first quarter. And
yeah, they got that one interception early off Mahomes. And I was like,
I was like, go ahead, boys, run down there. Good job. Yeah. Now pose. That's the game.
Yep, game over. But I will be honest, like I said, the first quarter, I was just thinking back to Super Bowl 54, even though, it took longer for them to get to 17. But in the first quarter, they had a 10-point lead. And I was like, oh, shit. Is this going to be another 17? I really wanted it to be 17-0 again.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but, like I said, I was just kind of kicked back and watching the game. But at no point did I panic in that. I mean, I knew that they were down, and there was just that feel that it was like, they're going to turn this around and come back.
Which brings up a valid point. And I read the article early today, so some of this might be wrong. Mahomes set all kinds of records. He's like tied with Brady and somebody else for the most 10-point deficit comebacks, and mind you, Brady's played, 50 years.
Right. He's only 45.
Hey.
It seems like 50 years to me. I'm only 50.
I've been waiting for this for 50 years, and I'm not even 50 years old.
Yeah. What's that from, man? I know
it's from that song.
Chiefs rap.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
How many times you listen to that? Like 500. I think he set the record for the most double digit comebacks or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 10 or more, right?
Well, that would be double digit.
I know. That's why I said 10 or more, you bastard. I didn't say 9.
Oh.
Hold on. It's not coming up for me.
It's definitely is more than 9.
But he broke a couple other records yesterday, I believe. It's not coming up. I usually do this all from memory, but it's been a long day for me. But that's the one I at least wanted to point out that he's 4 or 5 years as a starter. What is it? 4 or 5? I can't remember.
It's 5, I believe.
Okay.
Or is it 6?
Well, it's technically 6, but he only played one game that first year.
Right. Five as a starter.
Yeah, so I'm going with 5, even though by rule it's 6, and he's already breaking Tom Brady's records. So, I mean, how many seasons has Brady played? 20 plus?
50, apparently.
Yeah. Hey, Gunner. Not that anyone's counting, but you are. All I'm saying, it's very impressive. He's in his 5th year. He just keeps setting records left and right. I'm sure if we pulled up every record that he's already tied, broke, almost going to break, it's going to be amazing. Much like Travis Kelce, he keeps breaking records, left and right as well. So I'm just saying it's very, very impressive for a young quarterback to, be ranked with all these other greats above and beyond Brady, all the other quarterback greats. It's amazing to me. You look like you're in deep thought there.
He's reading something.
If you count 2017 when he played the one game, then that would be 6.
But if we take that one game out, it would be 5.
Yeah, he's been a 16 game, well, not even really a 16 game starter. 16 and 18. He only started 14 in 2019 because remember the 2 games he went out. He started 15 in 2020 and he did all 17 and 21. And of course, then this year is just 7 so far.
So I would.
The chair's empty and I hear a beer crack open.
So anyone that's listening, go out and Google Mahomes and NFL records. I think you'd be impressed, or NFL stats compared to other like quarterbacks, that have been, Rodgers or Manning's, or go back to older quarterbacks, Namath or whoever. It's pretty impressive what he's done, and I like it.
He is an exceptional football player. I mean, I think he still has some space to grow and so on and so forth. But I mean, he's done so much in the short time that he's been the starting quarterback. I mean, right off the top, you have a NFL MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion, 4-time AFC, AFC West champion, or 5-time AFC 6. 5.
6.
5.
Well, yeah, 5 for
It'll
him.
be
But
6 this year.
Yeah.
Yep. The things that he's done are just amazing. I still believe he has a lot of room to grow. I think in order for him to fully take on the Peyton Manning status of just being able to walk up and immediately read what the defense is doing, he needs to keep doing what he's doing and studying game tape and doing stuff like that.
There. I could do that on Madden all day long.
On Madden all day long. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, I've been a lot more focused on it, trying to see it, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it better because I suck at it. But there's no way I can walk up there under center and read what the defense is gonna do just by where they're at and where they're standing. But
oh no, it takes a special talent. And
yep.
I will go back to the 49ers and say that, McCaffrey, I think, was a great addition. He is their shiny new toy. I do think he's going to do decent for that team. He walked in with 2 days of playbook and practice. Yep. So
started.
So anyone that's a 49ers fan or just gets sent to, you know what? Yeah, he did what he could on that game and that was it. But, he's going to learn, anyone new to any system, like if we bring anyone in, if we put him in after 2 days, his play is going to be very limited.
Oh yeah.
But I expect good things out of him.
I think you should, keep an eye on San Francisco. I don't think they're a bad team at all. I mean, like I said, #1 defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they have got some offensive weapons, man, and Samuels and oh man, Kittle. If he is not #2 behind Travis Kelce, then I don't know who else would be.
They tied yesterday for catches and yards.
Which, by the way, if you didn't see pregame, they gave each other a hug.
Oh man, they're best friends. They're really good friends. Yeah,
they are. So then the game started. Game on.
yeah. Well, and that's I think even Kelce said that in if you listen to the Heights. Yeah, or listen to New Heights, then you'll know how much respect he has for Kittle and even for Gronk and all the things that Gronk has done over the years. And
tired of hearing Gronk's name. Kelce's breaking his records. He is not the best tight end in the NFL. Get over it, people. Anyway,
he was still a pretty good tight end. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He was awesome. But just like in his time, Tony Gonzalez was awesome.
It's true.
Travis is going to break all of Gronk's records with, hopefully, including Super Bowl rings, which we talked about in the previous episode. So
right, that would be nice. I would be okay with that.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Okay,
you guys answer. What are we doing with the cap space? Where do you see a need, if any, that we need to spend that $3.5 million on?
And then there was crickets.
I said, I don't think we do anything with it. I don't think we really need anything or anybody right now that I can think of.
You know, going into, if you would have asked me before the San Francisco game, you know, with all of the rumors of OBJ coming, I'd be like, you know,
which are still out there, by the way.
they're still out there. I mean, you know, maybe that might not be a bad idea. But once again, like we talked about last week, you know, how long is it going to take him to gel? Or is he just going to be a decoy to open up Juju and MVS a little bit more? You know, well, OBJ's out here. We need to double team him, and you're double teaming Travis. That leaves, you know, other guys wide. What?
Keep going.
What did I do?
Nothing. I just remembered another talking point that I forgot to mention earlier. That's
Oh,
like, shit.
Well, you threw me off with the screen is rattling, and if you're watching it on YouTube, he's like, oh, but yeah,
earthquake at Phil's.
No, my beer pyramid that I had to restart because the wife took the other one down because she finally came down to the man cave. Said, "What the hell?"
Didn't you tell her you were building that?
No.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
Anyway.
So yeah. So what do you, I mean? Is that an option there? I mean, it wouldn't be a horrible option if we can get him for a decent price for the rest of the season. But you know, do we go and get another pass rusher? I mean, look what Melvin Ingram did for us last year at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, it turned that defense into a sack machine basically. So do you find another pass rusher who can we can open up that depth a little bit more, you know, when Frank Clark's out, or you know, Chris Jones needs a break, or
when the next defensive guy gets suspended for some dumb shit.
You know, is that an option? I don't know. You know, do you find an offensive line guy to, you know, take over for one of those guys, maybe Tooney or what's the other guy's name? I can't think of it. Not Brown, but there's another one there that you know, is having some issues. Although those, like I said, those guys played amazing against San Francisco.
So as of this recording,
but now wait, pause.
Well, I got something.
Chico.
Chiefs player suspended for taking Wally Buck's bribe from.
So what do you think? What do you think there, Chico? What do you think they ought to do with that 3.5?
You said nothing.
I say hold on to it. I say don't do anything with it. Play out the rest of the season, what we have, the players we have, let them really work together, get to where we need to be. I don't think we're in a bad position with who we do have and what we're doing. I think we're going to win out the rest of the season. I don't think we'll lose another game, to be honest, but
so here's my two thoughts. Number one, they send it to the Indiana Chiefs fans podcast.
I like that one. I like that one a lot.
I send him Wally Bucks.
Yeah.
I can see Clark Hunting coming down here now. I got to get me one of them tenderloins.
Yeah, Big Wally. Don't look at the sauce.
Don't look at the sauce.
Oh my gosh. And the second thing is, a week from today, as of this recording on the 25th, is the trade deadline. So by our next podcast, we'll have that answer.
We will. Is November 1st next Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right.
So the one fact, which I said, record-breaking stuff here, you know, we don't have the cheetah. He's in Miami, wishing he had Mahomes based on the passes I saw thrown at him. And I stand by what I say. And those damn announcers finally said it in that game. Tua can't throw the long ball. They said
Did they actually say it?
They said it. But anyway, we had 22 touchdowns as of the win against San Francisco. Last year with the cheetah, we had 15.
Oh.
So we have 7 more touchdowns. We are leading the league in plays above 25 yards. So I think we did the right thing. Those are the other two stats. Remember when I was trying to remember
Right
Mahomes
on.
breaking records?
Yeah.
Those are the other two factoids. And at the end of whatever article I was reading, it says "Bye, cheetah" or something, something like that, or But yeah,
once again, you know my feeling. I've said this since the first episode. I think sending Tyreek away was the best choice we could have ever made.
yeah, we would have spent too much money and not have money for anything else.
Yeah, well, and then look at what. Okay, let me just look at this real quick.
What Tyreek's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Patrick Mahomes threw to 8 different players in that game against San Francisco. I mean, Juju had 7 of those, but we weren't trying to throw the deep threat and the big play every damn time we touched the ball.
I know, it was beautiful football.
I don't know.
Yesterday.
Some of those longs though, 45, 57, 27, 34.
Yep.
I mean, those are some long
Beautiful.
ones, but a lot of those are yaks. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of that's after.
Who got that one right? It was like a 40-yard pass wide open down the middle. I can't remember who that was.
MVS. That was MVS. Yeah.
I was like, he's wide the hell open. I mean, he was like, someone caught up to him as the ball was getting thrown, but he was still yards away from him by the time he caught it. But just impressive, and I think it's important, like you said, the note we're 7 touchdowns ahead of where we were last year,
right?
And we're leading the league on 20. It was either 20 plus yard or 25 plus yard plays. I mean, that's awesome.
And
great job, Veach.
Yep.
Great job, coach, and great job to Eric the Enemy. Calling the right plays.
And we are on top of the AFC West, thanks to the Chargers choking once again.
Yeah, they're choking.
I couldn't believe that they lost this last weekend, but
I did not pick them to win.
Who'd they play again?
Seattle.
Seattle. And congratulations to Geno Smith.
Yeah,
he's actually having a really good season in what everybody thought was going to be a total rebuild, the number 1 draft spot. So
yeah, versus what they thought in Denver, that he was the next Messiah, and they were gonna lead the division, either them or the Chargers. I think is what they were predicting.
They predicted Kansas City is the fourth team in that division.
Yeah, I was like, so odd you say that, and I didn't catch it because I was just pulling in the driveway on Sirius XM NFL radio. They just started talking about how do you feel now? What is it, 6-7 weeks in? On your predictions before the season started versus how you feel now. And the one guy said, I was dead wrong. And then I stopped the car off. But man, I would have loved to sat in the car and listen to that 20 or 30-minute session I can go on and listen to it after the fact, but it was just interesting. They said last year, the NFL was easy to figure out for the most part. This year, they said it's hard to figure anything out. Teams that you thought were going to be winning or losing, teams you thought were losing or winning.
The Giants.
Yeah,
Giants, Jets, Seattle. But yeah, I wish I would have sat and listened to it. I might actually do that tomorrow and bring up some of those stats for the next podcast on what I learned. But everyone's in the same boat. And they said, with the exception of Buffalo, Philadelphia, and the Chiefs, they're doing exactly what we expected them to do, except for whoever said we were coming in last. I don't know who that was.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure that I'm not sure that people really predicted Philly to be unbeaten at this point.
Not unbeaten, just the top 3 teams or 4 teams, whatever it was that they rattled off. We're going to be the Chiefs, Bills, and Philly. So, and everything else they said they had wrong.
Well, I don't know that anybody thought the Bucks would be 3-4.
Well, that's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. They thought they were going to be leading their division, along with Green Bay.
Yeah.
And man, don't get me wrong. You know I'm not a hater of Tom Brady. Um, but seeing his face at the end of that game, sitting on the bench by himself, priceless.
Yeah.
I rewound it because I said, "Hun, did you see that?" She's like, "I saw Tom Brady for a second on the bench." I'm like, and she's like, "Fuck Tom Brady," as he's just sitting there dejected. And you know what? I think he's wrong. Tom Brady's blaming the receivers today. He said if you're not gonna play, you should be benched. I think he should get off his high horse. It's a team sport.
I say it's not all the
Um,
receivers, it's him too.
Well, yeah, the one receiver did drop that wide open pass, that was right in the breadbasket. But you know what? That happens to every receiver. Every receiver drops the ball that they should catch easily. I wasn't really happy the way that he responded today. With his maturity in the league and everything, telling that, players that aren't playing well should be benched or not playing to their potential. I was kind of thrown off by that, to be honest.
Yeah, in all honesty, he should have just stayed retired. He should have just stayed at home and enjoyed, playing golf and not come
he should have
back.
stayed at home and enjoyed the married life.
Well, then there's that, and that's really honestly, that's a heartbreaking piece of this puzzle that came out, that of how this all played out. But honestly, I've always been a Tom Brady supporter. I've watched interviews outside of football and some of the things he's
Tom
done.
Brady's,
He's
Tom Brady's jockstrap.
No.
You're his supporter.
Why not? He has how many rings does he have?
I know. I'm just kidding.
But this season has taken that look of what Tom Brady's worked on so hard all these years, and it destroyed it. Between the smashing of tablets, of the divorce, the childish behavior in press conferences afterwards, it's ruining what he spent all these years, these 20 plus years building as this calm, cool, easygoing quarterback who just knows how to win.
Mhm.
This season has ruined him. So, if he doesn't, I mean, I know you all said, you're pretty solid that he's going to retire at the end of the year.
I think
if
so.
he doesn't, I think that would be a bigger mistake than the mistake he made coming back into the season.
Yeah, and hopefully him and the wife reconcile, and work it out. So I'll be honest on that fact.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, back to the Chiefs. I mean the Chiefs.
The Kansas.
Chiefs.
All right.
We're going into our bye week. You know what that means, boys.
Hold on. We can't go to bye week yet. We got to settle this week now.
Oh God, here we go.
Scores, Gunner, from last week predictions.
Oh, yeah. 1 second.
Let's see.
Do the math.
Final score for the Chiefs 49ers was 44-23.
Yep.
We had the Chief 31-14. Chico with 31-17, and the Emperor with 34-10.
Well, that's close.
I mean, yeah, really. I mean,
all right.
That would put me. Well, yeah, me the closest.
So you have the you're closest as far
31-17.
But your dad had a higher score for the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, but
he had the lowest
by 3.
Oh, yeah, by 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I had 3 more. But I had a lower score for San Francisco at 10.
Oh, okay. So we gotta give
that negates anything that's in there.
All right. So you get the tally for 1 point for this week.
I didn't put my whiteboard up.
Damn it.
So tomorrow I'll put the whiteboard up.
Put a little mark on your name.
Yep.
I predict this weekend's game is going to be 0-0.
I totally agree with you.
You know
Damn
what?
It.
Here we go. Pick what's the schedule look like for this weekend? Who do the
Who's the right-
Raiders have? Who's the biggest game of the week?
I
Who's
think
the
it's
game of the week?
Bills playing San Francisco, right?
Mm,
Who the Bills have this week? It's That's the game of the week, I think.
I don't even know.
Can you pull-
The
I'll
Rams
pull
at San Francisco.
Okay.
Or San Francisco at the Rams.
No, who's Buffalo playing?
Green Bay.
Oh,
shit.
jeez.
That's
Never
an
mind.
easy. That's an easy.
Never mind.
Now the I think that the
Pick the game of the week, Gunner.
Rams
You pick
game,
it, buddy.
I think the Rams game, the San Francisco at LA.
Who's Philly playing?
Oh, Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Damn. They just don't get any better. This is going to be a good week to pick
all right.
games, isn't it?
How about New York and Jets and
New York?
Giants?
Oh, there we go. The Giants at Seattle.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh.
I think that's the game to pick.
That's the game.
All right.
I mean, at least for us, I don't know what the
Giants
Yeah,
at
NFL's
Seattle.
Giants are at Seattle. Seattle's at home.
right.
I'm going to go 28-21 Seattle.
I'm gonna go 31-21 New York.
All right, wait. 38-21 New York.
No, 31-21. 10-point difference.
There's Ozzy, in case you missed it.
31-21 Jets
Giants.
or Giants. Sorry, New York. How about that?
That's okay. He
Yeah,
kept saying the
yeah.
game was yesterday. The game was yesterday.
Shut your pie hole.
All right, what did you have, Emperor?
I don't even remember. What did I say?
You said Seattle, but I don't remember the score.
Seattle 28, Giants 21. I think it's going to be a 7-point game. I think it's going to come down to the final touchdown.
Wow.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
That's for me going out on a limb, thinking maybe Seattle can pull it off because the Giants are looking really, really good this year.
You couldn't even pull it off by yourself.
I could.
I'm gonna go 21-14 New York.
All right, you're going low scoring,
Yeah.
so you'll take the under. I'm taking the over.
I'm going right down the middle.
So
right.
so that'll be our fun for next week since the Kansas City Chiefs are on their
They're on their bye week.
Next week is the road to Kansas City.
Yeah.
going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty little women there, and I'm gonna give me one. I better not get.
I'd like to apologize to all of our listeners now.
I better not get one because one's coming with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to talk about Phil's going to be a little more interesting when it comes to these because he likes to stop along the way where we just hit the local gas stations, grab a bag of beef jerky and a Mountain Dew, and boom, we're there.
For the love of God, man.
But I do want to talk about being in Kansas City and a lot of the cool things that we have done the past few games we've been out there.
Yeah, and I think let's see, this is a Sunday game, right? Titans is a noon game.
Sure.
I think so.
It is a Sunday game. Yeah.
I know it's Sunday. No, it's Sunday night. Actually, it's a night game.
Sunday night.
I don't ever go to
Football
like
night.
noon games. It's always night games.
Yeah, and paying for this fucking NFL package on DirecTV has not paid off because I
No.
Yeah.
I have yet to watch that damn Chiefs game on there. But anyway, it is a Sunday night game, I believe. Dave and Danielle, our cousins, will be joining us with Jeremy and Bobby. So we're gonna have a great time tailgating with a couple new individuals who are going.
Shit.
Who
We're gonna
I might admit I made Chiefs fans because they were excited that we were excited about football. And Dave used to be a pseudo Bears fan. He's never really followed sports that much, but once he heard Karen and I talking about the Chiefs, they just started gravitating there, and we want to go to a Chiefs game. So they've never been to an NFL game, to my knowledge. So this will be their first experience and the best experience ever at Arrowhead. And we're gonna go to what, Guy Fieri's probably or something.
No, I think we're
What-
going
what-
to.
what did we
It's
say?
not Guy Fieri's. It's oh shit, Gordon Ramsay's.
No, we changed that.
Who changed that?
I did.
Why? I thought we were going to Ramsay's.
No, I'm not gonna let you waste your money.
Was it that bad?
I sent them a 2-page email.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. If I had to compare it, that Ramsey's restaurant to Vegas, Vegas being a 1 to 10, Vegas was a 12. There was -2.
Really?
So I'm not gonna let you guys waste your money there.
So we're going back to the taco dive?
Well, I say we go to the Power and Light District and just pick a place.
Man, I go back and eat Guy Fieri tacos, man. Those
Yeah.
things were fucking awesome.
Well, I'm just saying.
We're getting ahead of ourselves on this road to Kansas City thing.
Well, I'm just letting you know that, yeah, Ramsey's is out. Power and Light, we can go to Guy Fieri's again. I loved it. That way there, it's kind of the Power and Light District. Everyone can kind of peek around. When are you heading home Monday or Tuesday?
I'm
Tuesday,
heading
right?
home Monday. I'm heading home Monday.
son
You know
of a
this.
bitch.
You know this.
You son
Hey,
of a
but
bitch.
hey, I'll be back out. I'll be back out the next weekend. It'll be all right. But I'm leaving
All right.
Monday too. So.
Well, our travel plans are still in the air right now. We might come back Tuesday and drive back down Saturday.
Been-
Again,
Been there, done that.
nowhere near. You getting to sleep in your bed one night and waking up and leaving again.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you want to hear a funny story? So, with all the travel between the first week at Spring
Yeah.
Mill, 2 trips to Kansas City, trip to Kentucky, and then Monticello for this last weekend. I actually woke up in the middle of the night. I had to pee, and I had to set up and figure out what fucking room that I was in, where I was at. It has gotten so bad where I'm like, I set up, I'm like, all right, where am I?
yeah,
And then
home and
I had to get
hotel.
I had to get my bearings. I'm like, okay, I'm at home. And I think I fell asleep somewhere between getting up and walking to the bathroom, because I remember waking up going, now where the fuck am I?
It's all right. Phil, this weekend I'm gonna get him up early on Saturday and we're going to Fort Wayne. So
Why?
I gotta go to Costco, man.
And then I'm going to come back and
Costco.
build a deck.
You're gonna play with your what?
I'm going to play with my deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna build that big 12-footer.
I'm building one next year.
Yes, you are. I'll bring my screw gun. Anyway,
Yeah.
so let's get on.
But-
so yeah, I want to talk about all the stuff in Kansas City that we have done, include Legends, including Power and Light, Crown Center, just all the things that we do. I'm going to talk about the smokehouse we stopped in Wentzville, just the tons of things we got to talk about. The
That's
road
on
to
the-
Kansas City.
The next podcast, right?
That is the next one.
Yep.
So this time I'm gonna take video. So we can post a little video up on our road trip. Our Karen and I have predetermined stops. Jeremy
you
can
do.
attest to this.
Yep.
Some are interesting, some are not. But
Some
you're
are
gonna-
sketchy.
Yes, you're gonna get pictures of both of them.
Sketchy.
There's just one place we stop right before, depending on how you're looking at it, right as we get it over the border from Illinois to Missouri, because I won't buy any gas in Illinois. And the gas station, it's decent. Till you go in the restroom, they still have those little quarter things. You can put 3 quarters in. And
You
get
can
a-
still buy condoms, is what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, I thought
condoms
it was those little mini footballs. The flick footballs.
No. Or you can get a novelty toy, or
Yeah.
some Spanish goat or whatever the
Yeah.
hell they call
Listen, we know what your novelty toy is.
it. Yeah. I just thought
Uh-huh.
it was funny. Every time I go in there, you used to see those like 70s and 80s in every restroom,
Oh yeah.
You don't see them anymore unless you're at this one freaking place in Missouri.
I think the mall in Fort Wayne still has it, doesn't it? Where you
Are
can
you
get like the little footballs or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
you get the little flick footballs,
Yeah, but I'm not talking about
paper
footballs.
footballs.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying that's what's in there.
Talking about
But
his own
anyway.
balls.
So I do plan on, and I'll look back in last year's game. I'm pretty sure we have some photos of that smokehouse in Wentzville.
Oh, right on.
I'm 99% sure I took photos of the food or the restaurant, so yeah, I mean, as you travel to Kansas City, as we said before, make stops in different places, make it interesting. Don't be like
Joanne Fabrics. St. Louis.
don't be like Bobby and
I got that
Jeremy.
picture. I have that picture.
Yeah.
Don't be like Bobby and Jeremy and buy a thing of jerky and a
Dude.
soda. Take your time.
I love the jerky. No, I got to get there so we can go down to Guy Fieri's fucking taco dive.
Or freaking Jack Stack. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, did I mention that I took him to Jack Stack, or we got Jack Stack to go? And yeah, Gunner has a new love of barbecue and burnt ends, and
I might have spent too much time in the bathroom that night.
It's not called a burn in for nothing.
That's right. That's right.
Did you try the Crown Prime Rib?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
That thing, I could eat 2 or 3 of those and probably just be in bed the rest of the night, but I'd be happy.
Yeah, with a belly ache because you ate so much.
I am gonna take Sarah when we go down. I'm gonna take her.
Well, we'll go with you.
Okay.
We'll be there.
Okay.
It'll be a pseudo family affair.
There you
Sounds good.
go. Anything else we need to get to this week?
To-do list.
Oh, I forgot one
Yep.
last thing.
Okay.
I had a phone call today as I was driving back from physical therapy. He accidentally asked if I knew Gunner. And I said, Gunner who? And they're like, Gunner from the podcast. I'm like, yeah, I know him. And he's like, well, I'm on my last, 1 bar on my cell phone, but tell him I'm definitely looking for him and I miss him. And the dumpster fire's out.
See, I was gonna say that all those guys that made those early predictions about the Chargers being number 1 and all that, they took all those predictions, went to Cleveland, threw them in the dumpster, and just added to the fire.
So
the homeless guy was there to hold their coats while they were.
Yeah, I just noticed we hadn't brought that up, so I had to throw something in real quick.
He comes up in my head at least once a day. I go, wonder how the homeless guy in Cleveland's doing.
well, he's been on every episode, and right there's when you went to go to the to-do list, I was like, oh shit, we didn't talk about the
homeless
Cleveland
guy's doing just fine. He has a whole box of number 6 jerseys that they threw out.
Well, no, he's in Kansas City. We saw him.
Oh, it's true. I did see him. I did see him.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Pretty sure he ate breakfast with us at the hotel the one morning.
No, that ain't no shit. That ain't no shit. He was right there where he was having breakfast with us. Dude, we should have asked him.
Good cinnamon rolls. Stay at that hotel. You go to Kansas City. What was that? A Holiday Inn Express?
It was a Holiday Inn Express in Grandview.
Yeah,
they had the
there.
best cinnamon rolls ever.
Yeah, great breakfast.
Grandview.
Grandview. Hey, I do want to bring up a couple quick things. I want to zero in on Colton. Emma Stone played Gwen in not
I totally
MJ.
texted him today too and was like, hey,
not
you
MJ.
said MJ.
He repeatedly said MJ. She played Gwen Stacy, not Mary Jane.
Yes.
Also, I need the blood of a redheaded. No, I'm getting all messed up. I need the blood of a.
You're such a nerd.
I had it down because you guys screwed it all up. The blood of a
redheaded Guinness drinking redhead.
Guinness drinking redhead. That's what it was. No, you called it a redheaded Guinness drinking boy.
Yeah, the same thing.
No, you messed it up. It flowed way better. And of course, once again, Emma Stone played Gwen fucking Stacy. Don't get that mixed up again.
Yeah, he kept saying like, oh, if Zendaya was a great MJ. She was a great MJ.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I was listening to it, and then he goes, but I thought that Emma Stone played a better Mary Jane. And I'm like, did he just say that? Did I miss that when he actually said it in person?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to fix it, and you never fixed it.
No,
and,
I didn't notice it right away. I mean, I noticed. I was
like,
back.
he's gonna fix it. He's gonna fix it.
Nope.
Oh, and I do, by the way, I do love the idea of a family episode.
Yeah.
I think
we
that would
should
be
do
great.
And
Episode
we get
of
the
Call
pseudo
Guys.
family on there too.
Yeah, there you go. There you could do that. All right, boys. It's time for this week's to-do list. What do you got for me there? I don't care who goes first. Who wants to go first? Wow, you guys are killing it right now.
I'll go. So I'm actually gonna throw this back to the Call Guys. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, November 11th. It's gonna be packed theaters. Packed theaters, I almost guarantee it. So go buy your tickets now.
There you go.
That's
All right, Chief. All right, Chief, you're up.
So this being the end of October, I'm going to stick with my previous homework and ask everyone to do donations to help veterans and or, cancer survivors. That's always been on my to-do list this whole month. So I'm going to stick with it. Find an organization and simply give a small donation. They'll gladly use it in positive ways. And I will also remind people, if you're listening.
Oh, here we go.
Let me grab a beer.
No. If you have an Amazon account, go to smile.amazon.com, set up something for your favorite charity. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. Amazon just takes, stuff that you buy, and we'll donate it to whatever charity you choose once every 6 months. Matter of fact, mine went out today, and that's why it popped in my head. I sent, I think, $79 to my Portage, Indiana emergency food bank.
Very nice.
Don't forget to vote.
Yeah, that's coming last.
You're only allowed one thing on your to-do list. You're hogging the to-do list.
All right. But anyway, if you have Amazon, it's free. It costs you nothing. It'll donate to whatever charity you choose. And like I said, for me, I donate all of my smile.amazon.com to the Portage Emergency Food Bank. And go vote, you bunch of bastards.
What do you got? Emperor?
Oh, this week, here's what I want all of our listeners to do.
Go vote.
The next time you go to the Walmart or the next time you go to the grocery store and they have the automatic doors, use the force to open them. Just stand there and wave your arm as they open up. Go have some fun with it and just smile and just have a good time.
I do that every time I walk in those doors.
So it's funny, Jeremy. I left the Meijer in Warsaw 2 weeks ago. Fucking ran into the door. The whole thing.
Those are slow doors, man.
I know. I was like, what the hell? And this,
dear Lord.
You go there all the time, a lot more than I do. And the sweet older lady, she walks over. She's like, sir. And I'm like, I'm trying to fix it. I'm sorry. And she's like, how many times that happens a day because these doors are too damn slow. And this is this old lady.
She knows. She's no dummy.
They are slow.
Our doors at Meijer, here in Portage, they open fast. But yeah, I slammed that thing in there and the door. So, Jeremy,
use the force.
I
use the force next time.
Jeremy, I would almost say go crash into your grocery store door.
I just want to walk up to the door and see somebody walk up in front of me and just wave their arm and the door's open. I mean, that is just good shit right there.
Hey, Jeremy,
I love it.
Jeremy, stand outside, and every time that happens, say, may the force be with you to everyone that does it.
Welcome to Meijer.
or no.
May the force be with you.
Jeremy, the force is strong in this one.
Oh, the force is... Measle think a force is strong in this one.
Dude,
Did you Jar Jar Binks that thing?
Dude, that would be so funny on like a YouTube video, just someone videoing on the side,
Yeah.
It's using the Star Wars. Hey, the force is strong in this one.
It is. my to-do list
All right.
for all of our listeners. Just have fun with it and just make people look at you funny, because fuck it, man. This world is crazy and we just need to have some fun while we're out there.
Love it.
All right.
Yeah.
You boys got anything else for me?
Nope.
All right.
How can I put this in words you can understand? No.
Okay. All right. Let me write that down.
I did put on.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Mine is dirty.
Yeah.
I've been wearing the shit out of mine. Mine's all dirty. I love it.
It's
Nice and
it's too
clean.
big for my head. Like even when I tighten it, it's just kind of awkward.
And then you got a thirst aid. There
Thursday
you-
over there.
Well, work on your ego and that hat'll fit better.
I don't need Nico.
That's why
I'm
my
a call
hat's,
guy.
that's
People
why my
hate me.
All right, guys. Thank you for this week. You guys are killing it. Get out there, like, subscribe. Gunner, give me some socials.
Everybody, thank you for listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. You can get us wherever you get your podcast, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, anywhere you get your podcast. You can also find us on YouTube. Go check that out. We post on YouTube the same day as we post our podcast on all your favorite podcast sites. You can also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/INChiefsFansPod. And please feel free to send us an email with any videos, any pictures, anything that you've got while you've been in Kansas City for a game, whether you're going to the Power and Light District or you're just running around Kansas City. Send us pictures. We do have our
Especially
episode.
if you're a Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader, send us those photos.
No, we're doing that. We're doing the next episode's going to be the road to KC, so we'd love to see your pictures too. That would be awesome. Phil's showing a picture of him. Was that a Derek Thomas jersey?
Yeah.
Derek, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. By Chiefs TP.
Nice. So yeah, send us emails. Send us your pictures. Maybe we'll get some of those on. If you do send them, we'll get them on our post for the Road to KC episode. That'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be pretty awesome. I'd love that.
And when you're done listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast, you can go check out all of the other podcasts under the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts, whether that be the Call Guys Podcast at facebook.com/the Call Guys Pod, Golden Image Podcast at facebook.com/Golden Image Podcast, the Murdnerds Podcast at facebook.com/Murdnerds, and the United States of Paranormal Podcast at facebook.com/United States of Paranormal. And yes, you can go check out all those podcasts wherever you get your podcasts. The Emperor works hard, no matter what Colton says. He works hard to get these podcasts out.
Suck it, Colton.
Works hard to get all these podcasts out, gets everybody meeting and everybody talking, and I mean, does a good job. Keeps us all good and happy and putting out content every week for everybody that listens to us. So
We love our content. We love our listeners.
and go listen to Two Stop and go listen to the Murdnerds. They are putting up some great numbers. They both hit 20,000 downloads. I mean, that's pretty
Hoorah.
amazing for a couple little podcasts out of the middle of nowhere in two different states. Two different states.
Hoorah.
The Call Guys had an amazing day yesterday, in case you didn't look at those numbers.
I have not looked. I'll have to go check
Yep,
those out.
you had
when
a
we
great
stop.
day. So the Call Guys, man, I'm telling you, it is the greatest show that nobody's listening to, and everybody should be listening to it.
I don't know if that's a burn or a
It's not
compliment.
supposed to. It's not supposed to be a burn. It's supposed to be a compliment. But it's that old adage. It's a great show, and you just and you've got a lot of regular listeners, and
Yeah, consistent
and-
listeners.
yeah, but we need more. We
We
want
do.
more, because I think that is a show that people, once they find it, they're gonna love it.
I did go back and I pulled up episode 1, listened to part of it, and then I pulled up episode 2 and listened to part of it. And it's funny we talk about Tyreek in this episode a little bit, because in episode 2 of the Call Guys podcast was the week that Tyreek went to Miami.
I
And
remember that.
we had a good conversation about it. So I mean, we talk about a little bit of everything, whether it's sports, movies, film, TV, ourselves, porn. I mean, yeah, we talk about a little bit of everything.
That one, you know what? That might be a good episode. Favorite porn actresses.
Ah,
I got 3 off the top of my head right
Hey.
now.
or for you, it'd be actor.
Wait, for Colton, it'll be actor.
Hey,
Okay,
to be
Colton.
politically correct, it is just actor now. It's not. I mean,
It's
so
not
it's all good.
actor
Either or.
actress.
Either or.
Yes. Yep.
Gotcha.
Interesting. We're
Yeah.
really politically correct on these shows.
Yes. Fuck yeah, we are.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, that's all. That's all for the socials.
Awesome.
There.
All
Sure.
right. Thank you, boys. And I will see you guys again next week as we cover the road to Kansas City. And from our little slice of Chiefs Kingdom right here in the great state of Indiana, I only have one question for you. How about those Chiefs? All right. Later.
Later. Cut.